As soon as he says go, I'm gonna hit it.
It gets well. Alright. Action.
It's me, Chris.
And Gene Black.
Wrestling in Session Offset. No cuts.
No bullshit?
There you go.
Oh.
And, you know, we're really not in a professional Dim-Dilla-Dome studio right now, but, you know, we're actually in PA. You know, we're visiting Jay's relatives, you know, just chilling out, having a good time, and Offset, you know. Yesterday, we shot episode 2 of Wrestling in Session Revived. Went pretty well, you know, we talked about certain things. I don't want to go into too much details because that would basically be the
spoiler.
Yes,
yeah.
That would be the spoiler to the spoiler of the show, but no, we brought up some good, interesting things. I think it's going to be a pretty cool episode. You should check it out. And, you know, check us out on Facebook, www.facebook.com/wrestlinginsession. And, you know, we're not going to go on and on about a lot of things, but there are things we'd like to talk about. And what I was thinking was, you know, me and Jay were reading on NoDQ.com. That's right, very good website. You know, out of boredom, Austin replied to Lesnar's trash talk finally, just saying that Brock Lesnar claims, I think it was June 10th, 2002, that was right when Austin left the WWE, that he did it because he was scared of Brock Lesnar. Do you think Austin was scared of Lesnar, bro?
I think Austin would probably there's some people out there that he'd question having a match with, but I don't think he's really scared of anybody. The guy's too much of a badass to.
Yeah, he's fearless, and you know, in my opinion.
Now, would he win? I don't know. I mean, Lesnar's in UFC.
Could be a slight underdog, but I mean, we're talking about the Texas Rattlesnake. We're talking about the toughest son of a bitch in professional wrestling history. Yeah, Brock Lesnar, the next big thing, the Pain, whatever the hell you want to call him. Yeah, Brock Lesnar was dominant within 2 years that he was wrestling, but can he beat Austin?
Now,
maybe a little more likely.
My question for you about that subject is, do you think, if it was your pick, would you really want his comeback to the WWE to beat Brock Lesnar?
In my opinion, absolutely, man. Because, you know...
Yeah?
Yeah, you know... Brock Lesnar, man, you know, a lot of guys are leaving. Yeah, they had guys like Angle, Benoit, you know, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, you know, a few other guys, Rob Van Dam, Booker T, Kevin Nash, you know, to kind of hold it up a little bit, but it was Lesnar, man, at the time. You know, it was Brock Lesnar holding it down. I mean, he's a former 3-time WWE champion.
Yeah.
He's done some crazy stuff. I mean, the guy's just an athlete, and he was just so damn entertaining.
He was dominating, dude.
Yeah.
He was crazy. Now, gimmick-wise and like how he was, I wasn't a fan. I never really liked Brock Lesnar, but as an athlete, oh my god, man.
Yeah, he wasn't really the most charismatic. If anything, I think he's more charismatic in UFC. Remember UFC 100? We were watching that one day. This was a few years back and shit. Freaking, he was, you know, he gave a little WWE persona after he beat Frank Mir in the fight in UFC 100. He was like, you know what, screw Bud Light, I'm gonna drink Coors Light, because Bud Light was the logo, it was the mascot for UFC 100. So that was kind of entertaining and whatnot. But yeah, man,
this is true, you know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, bro. So,
But in my opinion, you know, coming back, there's a match I would love to see for Stone Cold. We were watching like a few days ago, like an older match of The Rock and Goldberg.
Backlash 2003.
Yeah, and I mean it just reminded me of how good he was and everything.
Goldberg just dominant. Yeah. I mean, Brock Lesnar, you know, he couldn't even beat Goldberg.
Yeah,
so,
but my point was, I mean, if there was going to be any dream match of Stone Cold coming back, that would be it.
Against Goldberg, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are all about, CM Punk this, CM Punk that, but honestly, if I had to choose anybody, because this is somebody even back in the day that I would choose, it would be, you know, I think it would have to be Goldberg. it would be Goldberg and Austin. Ever since, McMahon bought WCW out, and unfortunately Goldberg got there right when Austin basically retired. Because Austin's last match was at WrestleMania 19 against The Rock, which he lost. It took 3 rock bottoms, and the night after was when Goldberg made his debut. Only lasted for a year, but that's when he basically kicked ass and took The Rock's name.
Damn you.
Yeah. And, I've just been thinking about a few things, I guess we got a little bit of time left on this, for this offset. What do you think about WWE's drug wellness policy?
Drug wellness policy?
Yeah, I mean...
You probably have to, inform me a little bit more on that.
You could tell, don't get me wrong, you could tell some of these guys how they're built. Let's be honest, guys.
Steroids.
Yes,
Yeah.
but there's people, for instance, remember when Rob Van Dam beat John Cena at ECW One Night Stand and become the WWE champion? And you know how he lost his belt 2 weeks later?
Yeah.
It wasn't because he got injured, it was because he smoked pot with Sadbo and got caught. Honestly,
No, if you want to get me started on that,
Yeah, I know. We got a whole nother show for that.
Yeah.
SG in Black, that's a good show you guys should watch, but... I don't know about you. there's guys that are taking painkillers, getting prescribed to this, prescribed to that. You smoke a little bit of pot. Now, I don't want to advocate on there. I know this is a kid's show as well as an adult show, but I think they need to fix that up. Yeah, if you're going to smoke synthetic weed like Ron the Truth Killings, exposed Evan Bourne, you're a dumbass for doing shit like that, but...
Well,
I think that they should adjust it a little bit.
It's not like the wrestling high, and I think
exactly. If they're wrestling impaired, that's a problem. Remember Jeff Hardy wrestling Sting at the pay-per-view? He couldn't even move. It was a 2-minute match, and that was the main event.
Yeah, but
stuff like that. That's not called.
Like steroids, though.
So much more harmful.
anything that's gonna interfere with the natural performance of a wrestler, it shouldn't be there. But for something that simple, I don't really get that, man.
Beats
like, who cares?
Who cares? As long as you're entertaining the fans, you're not showing up high, and just to the point where you're so impaired you can't step foot in that 20 by 20 circle.
Talking about Stone Cold, though, he was chugging beers on the camera.
He's chugging beer, but that was entertaining, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of questions about the wellness policy, and I think things should be adjusted. That's just our opinion.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Coming.
That's about it, man.
Alright,
For a little video for the.
As you can tell, it was a little amateur. It's fine. I'm Chris.
Gene Black.
Offset, episode 3. Peace.
2.5.
2.5.